Nothing personal in his eyes, just clarity earned. He learned not every goodbye needs to be burned. The bar had seen him years ago. Another man. Tonight he moved deliberate and slow, with a plan. He remembered loving without sense, bleeding to belong. Now he preferred consequence over wrong. Jazz whispered truths he already knew, didn't argue back. Life takes its time breaking you, then gives you track. He didn't blame, he didn't curse, didn't ask why. Acceptance is a quieter verse men rarely try. He paid attention to the weight of every breath. Nothing rushed him toward his fate or death. Nothing personal, just life. Outside the night held no surprise, just open space. He walked like someone who made peace with pace. No grudges folded in his coat, no debts unpaid. A man who learns the final note stay. Nothing personal, just life. Nothing personal, just life.
The rain falls softly on empty streets. I hear the rhythm of quiet beats, reflections shimmer in puddles deep. I walk alone where secrets sleep. Every face a story, every glance a lie. I study them all as they pass by. No need to speak, no need to fight. I move like a river, slow and right. Reflections in the rain, I see it all. A silent man standing tall. No applause, no words to say. I walk my life this quiet way. Guitar hums low, bass hums warm, drum Sounds whisper softly through midnight storm. I am the calm the storm can't shake, a silent life, every move I make. The city roars, the night conspires, but I move forward, control desires. Every step deliberate, every breath precise. I live my life, paying my own price. Reflections in the rain, I see it all. A silent man, standing tall. No applause, no words to say. I walk my life this quiet way. Dawn breaks slowly, rain fades away. I disappear, leaving shadows to stay. Footsteps on pavement, soft as a sigh. The city watches, but it doesn't know why. I pass the neon glow, the late night haze. Every glance I steal, every quiet phrase. A man in motion, unseen, unclaimed. Actions deliberate, never named. I take what I need, leave nothing behind. A careful life, a careful mind. I move in silence, I strike without sound. The streets are my kingdom, no one around. I feel every heartbeat, I see every light. I live in the shadows, letting the world pass by. The guitar hums low, like the pulse in my chest. Warm bass and drums guide me west. I'm a man who knows the weight of a choice. I speak with my eyes, I silence my voice. Every night I canvas, every step alive. I trace the city, the dark, the divine. No applause, no fame, no shallow praise. Just the rhythm of night, the quiet ways. I move in silence, I strike without sound. The streets are my kingdom, no one around. I feel every heartbeat, I see every light. I live in the shadows, letting the world pass by.
I move like a whisper through the midnight air. Every glance, every movement, precise and rare. The city sleeps, yet my mind is awake. Every step I take is a choice I made. The warmth of the guitar, the soft bass line, the drums are subtle, marking time. I carry the night with a quiet hand, a gentleman walking across the land. Night's gentle hand guides me along through empty streets, a private song. No one sees, no one can find the quiet life of a deliberate mind. With a deliberate mind. I observe, I learn, I never rush. Every heartbeat measured, every move plush. I leave only shadows, no one to trace. A life of silence, calm and grace. The world moves loud, but I move slow. Every action considered, every feeling in tow. I am the man who walks the night, a silent force, hidden from sight. Night's gentle hand guides me along through empty streets, a private song. No one sees, no one can find the quiet life of a deliberate mind. A deliberate mind. I disappear into the early light, a man of the night, out of sight. Quiet suits don't beg for space, they occupy it slow. Tailored lines and broken face, that's how you know. This fabric holds what I survived, not what I lost. Elegance is staying alive at cost. I don't speak of tired eyes or nights that didn't end. A man who advertises scars has something left to mend. Jazz leans heavy on the room, like truth with manners. I've learned how calm
resumes when chaos stammers. I don't ask, I decide. There's power in finishing a drink before it finishes you. There's clarity in how you think when you stay true. I leave the bar like I was taught, no open tabs behind. I mastered less and what it bought was time. Quiet suits don't beg, they endure.
The bar is dim, shadows stretch along the walls. Candlelight dances over polished wood and glass. Guitar hums warm, analog inviting. Drums brush soft, a heartbeat I can feel. Segment 2, reflection. I hold my drink, feeling the weight of unspoken choices. Each thought deliberate, every breath measured. Life moves fast outside these walls. Here time bends, slow and deliberate. Segment 3, observation. Patrons laugh, conversations drift and fade. I notice subtleties, gestures, fleeting expressions. The world remains oblivious to the intensity I carry. A quiet gentleman moving through shadows of thought. Segment 4, in a monologue. Every struggle handled without display. Every victory private, uncelebrated. Candlelight mirrors, calm determination. Each flicker a silent testament to careful living. Segment 5, departure. The bar empties, shadows stretch longer. I rise softly, coat draped, footsteps light. Outside the city sleeps, unaware of me. in silence.
The city whispers, but I don't respond. I move through darkness, quiet and fun. Every street, every alley I know, I follow a compass only I can show. Eyes watch, but they cannot see the life I lead, deliberate and free. Each step calculated, each move exact. A man in silence, nothing lacks. Silent compass, guide my way through smoky nights where shadows play. No one follows, no one knows the path I take as the night flows. Bass hums low, guitar sings soft, drums whisper gently, guiding a lot. I leave only echoes, nothing to find, a quiet existence, deliberate mind. Every corner tells a story untold. Every shadow bends, every street bold. I am the man moving in stillness and calm, a gentleman walking, a subtle charm. Silent compass, guide my way through smoky nights where shadows play. No one follows, no one knows the path I take as the night flows. The city waits, but I remain, a shadow moving, free of chains. The bartender wipes down the worn wood bar. I sit alone, nursing who we are. The night wraps tight, thick with haze, every thought a silent phrase. The guitar hums deep, bass carries low, drums brush gently, soft and slow. I ponder a life
my choice is my way. The quiet struggles I face each day. Last call thoughts, heavy and true. A gentleman's mind, quietly blue. No eyes notice, no words reveal the careful steps I quietly feel. Candlelight flickers on my lined face. I take my time, I hold my space. Every decision deliberate, every breath mine. I navigate the night, one quiet line. I am here, yet I fade away. A silent presence, soft as clay. No applause, no gaze to claim. I walk my life without the fame. Last call thoughts, heavy and true. A gentleman's mind, quietly blue. No eyes notice, no words reveal the careful steps I quietly feel. I leave in silence, problems unsolved.
Slow tonight, candlelight shaking on the wall. Piano keys, don't ask me why, they just fall. I sit where shadows know my name, where men don't speak unless they must. I spilled enough truth in the rain. Now I trust. Whiskey never asks questions, it just listens well. I've learned to do the same thing since I fell. Bartender wipes another glass like he's erasing sins. Some men talk about the past, I let it spin. I don't need to be understood,
I just need to stay precise. I've done the best I could at a reasonable price.
My suit still fits my former life, though I've lost a man or two. I learned decisions cut like knives if you rush them through. So I breathe, I wait, I sip, let the moment settle down. I don't let my fingers slip when fate comes around. Whiskey never asks questions. That's why I stay.
I light a cigarette where the fog is thick. The world moves fast, but I move slick. Street lamps glow like amber fire. I walk alone, driven by desire. The night holds me, a quiet embrace. I see every corner, every face. Life rushes past in a frantic blur. I am patient, my mind is still. Cigarette smoke and street lamps glow. I move in silence, the night my show. No one notices the path I weave, a quiet rhythm I achieve. Bass hums deep like a hidden thought. Guitar whispers what cannot be bought. Drums like rain on a distant roof. I walk my life subtle and smooth. I'm not lost, I'm not blind. I see the patterns others can't find. A gentleman moving, unseen, unclaimed. Every step deliberate, every moment framed. Cigarette smoke and street lamps glow. I move in silence, the night my show. No one notices the path I weave, a quiet rhythm I achieve. Morning comes, shadows recede. I vanish quietly, my soul free. heavy and slow. I walk where only shadows go. Streetlights flicker, the night is mine. Every step deliberate, every move fine. I watch the world from corners unseen, a quiet observer, calm and keen. The city speaks, but I don't reply. I leave no footprints where I pass by. Steps in the fall, I move unseen. A lone man's journey, steady, serene. No one notices, no one knows. The path I walk is the one I chose. Electric guitar hums, bass flows warm. Drums are subtle, guiding through the storm. I take my time, I weigh each choice. A quiet existence, a deliberate voice. Through empty streets, under neon glow, I carve my path, soft and slow. Every night a canvas, every step a line. I walk in silence, everything mine. Steps in the fog, I move unseen. A lone man's journey, steady, serene. No one notices, no one knows. The path I walk is the one I chose. The dawn creeps in, shadows is all. I fade into the city, problems unsolved.
Carried himself like a decision, already made and lived. No hesitation in his vision, no need to forgive. The bar reflected him in parts. Glass never shows the whole. He'd stitched himself from broken starts into control. Some men confuse silence with fear. He knew the cost, he'd paid attention year by year, and lost enough illusions to stand still without collapsing. Stillness is a practice skill worth mastering. A couple laughed 2 stools away. He smiled, not bitter. Joy isn't loud when it's real, they say. It's quieter. He folded pain the way you fold a jacket clean, not hiding it, just keeping hold of what it means. He didn't speak, he arrived. When he stood, the room adjusted. Without a sound, presence doesn't need to be trusted. It's found, the door closed gentle behind his back. No need to rush. A man like that doesn't crack, he hushes. He carried himself, and that was enough.
Hat pulled low, collar high. Rain, don't ask me why. I cross the block like I belong to every place and none tonight. I don't rush, I don't stall. I don't need to prove a thing. I've seen kings learn how to fall from chasing everything. I don't shine under lights, I prefer the side view. Some men live for the fight, I live for getting through. I'm a gentleman nobody sees, walking soft through borrowed time. I don't bend my knees, I just straighten my spine. I don't leave a scene, I don't need a friend. I just move clean from beginning to end. Cigarette smoke, distant train, someone crying in the blue. I've learned how to feel the pain without letting it speak through. Every loss taught me control, every win taught me restraint. I don't gamble with my soul, I just accept what I ain't. I'm a gentleman nobody sees, no reflection in the glass. I don't find memories, I just let them pass. I don't raise my voice, I don't ask why. I make a choice, then I walk by. I've been loud, I've been wrong, I paid the price in full. Now I keep my circle small, and my movement's beautiful. Still waters, heavy mind, every step is pre-decided. I don't leave myself behind, I just move undivided. Morning waits, but I don't care, night still holds me true. I walk like I've been there since the loss of you. I'm a gentleman nobody sees, but the street remembers me. I don't chase guarantees, I just move carefully. If the world forgets my face, I won't argue or defend. I was never meant to stay, I was built to transcend. Only the night gives us head, only the night gives us head. Only the night tips his head. rushing to conclusions. I let the night explain. I've seen fast men lose direction, chasing temporary gain. My shoes know every corner, my hands know when to wait. I don't fight my inner hunger, I negotiate. No panic in my breathing, no fear in my tone. I learned the art of leaving without feeling alone. I make slow decisions with a steady mind, no revision once the line is drawn in time. I don't look back for approval, I don't ask for consent. Every move is surgical, every second well spent. Street clocks lie about the hour, time bends when you're calm. I felt weakness turn to power when I stopped sounding the alarm. I don't drink to forget, I sip to remember. Every loss I've ever met made my silence colder. I make slow decisions, no applause, no sign, no collision with what's already mine. I don't explain my method, I don't soften my stance. I just walk the path I measure and let life take. Yeah. Haste is a language I don't speak, desperation ain't my style. I've learned patience from the weak and restraint from denial. Still waters, heavy soul, every step reinforced. I don't lose control, I become the force. Morning tries to catch my back, but I'm already gone. Another choice, perfectly intact. Before the dawn, I make slow decisions, that's how I survive. No permission, just a quiet drive. Yeah. If regret comes knocking, it won't recognize my face. I was already walking at my own pace. Slow steps, no regret. Yeah. Slow step, no regret. Silence paid a bill tonight before I even moved. The room felt lighter when I stood, like it approved. I didn't know the past a thing, not even grief. I learned what quiet settling brings is relief. confuse noise for being real. I've done it too. But silence sharpens how you feel what's true. The bar reflected less of me as I prepared to step back into what could be repaired. Jazz lingered like a final thought. You don't resist, some lessons can't be taught. I button comb into my chest like armor thin, not to protect me from the rest, but from within. Silence paid the bill, I walked free. Outside the city didn't ask who I'd become. It gave me distance, gave me task and drum. I disappear without a sound, that's planned. A man who knows when he's been found moves on. Silence paid the bill. And stayed. I slide into the corner where the shadows fall heaviest. Candlelight brushing the rim of my glass. Guitar hums, bass breathes under it. The night folds around me, calm but deep. I measure my thoughts as carefully as I measure my steps. Every decision considered, every emotion contained. The world outside roars, but here I am deliberate. A man of refinement moving unseen. I observe without intrusion, absorbing stories. No one suspects the intensity of my calm. The music flows with my heartbeat, a rhythm of contemplation, of quiet resolve. Smoke drifts in spirals, echoing internal storms, but I remain composed, a gentleman holding the night. I drink slowly, I think deeply, each gesture purposeful, each breath intentional. But when the candle dies and the bar empties, I stand coat in hand, vanishing like smoke. No sound, no sign, yet my presence lingers. The quiet impact of a man moving with purpose.
Watch reflections in the polished wood of the bar. Guitar bends low, bass flows like a gentle tide. Drums brush lightly, almost hesitant. Everything slows, deliberates, pattern tender. I think of the choices, small and large, decisions that shape me, unseen by anyone. Every thought carries weight, yet no one sees. I sit contained, letting life unfold silently. Flickers, casting shadows like whispers. I feel the warmth of quiet intensity. The night stretches, patient and forgiving. I trace its contours in my thoughts. I rise cold overarm, the world still unaware. No movement wasted, no gesture unmeasured. I carry discretion like armor, refinement like a shield. A gentleman navigating life in the quietest way.
The jazz hums low, a tapestry of subtle tones. Bass like a heartbeat beneath a warm interlocked strings. I sit quietly,
observing without being observed, a gentleman in thought, deliberating every breath. Reflections in the polished bar catch my eyes, a mirror of decisions made silently over time. Every choice measured, every struggle contained. I carry life's weight without display. Brush drums, whispers across the floorboards, echoing the rhythm of restraint I live by. No one notices the deliberate calm, yet everything I do resonates with purpose. Candlelight dances across my face and hands, shadows bending like the contours of my thoughts. The room hums gently, unaware of the quiet intensity. I move in silence, yet I am fully present. And when the night wanes, I rise carefully, step into the streets unnoticed, a man of discretion, carrying life's truths quietly, guided by thought, leaving only subtle echoes.
Softly, low and mellow, candlelight flickers on polished surfaces. The top-end notes warm in the middle. Drums brush with gentle precision. I sip slowly, savoring more than whiskey, taste and choice is measured thought, is quiet victories. No one sees the calm intensity within, yet every gesture is deliberate, every breath precise. Observation, reflection, patrons drift past, unaware of my focus. Every glance, every movement, a story I track. The room becomes a theater of subtle rhythms. I move through it like a ghost for lit prison. Sentinel thought, lapsed troubles I carried without display. Decisions handled with steady compose and tension. Candlelight mirrors my deliberate calm. Every flicker reflection of quiet mastery. Departure when the night ends. I rise softly, caught in hand. Step into empty streets, unseen, unremarked. A gentleman thought, the shadow in motion, carrying the intensity of silence with purpose.
The candle flickers, its flame dancing with my thoughts. I draw in a long breath, feel the smoke coil around the air. Faces drift past, laughter like echoes in a hollow hall. I sit unmoving, letting the warmth of guitar hum wash over me. Every choice I've made tonight, and every one before, weigh softly in the dim light, like ash falling into a glass. Brush drums whisper secrets, steady and discreet. I let the world rush by, I remain deliberate still. I notice the bartender polishing glasses, the quiet clink. I notice the shadows stretching across the floor. And I know no one sees the weight I carry. A gentleman in thought, moving without sound. Take another sip, let the warmth settle. My eyes trace the candle's reflection in the dark. The night is mine, a companion to my reflections. I leave no trace, yet everything is marked inside. The music swells gently, carrying my calm intensity. Every note aligns with a heartbeat I dare not show. And when the hour passes, I rise discreet. A quiet man leaving the room unannounced.
The city fears to tread. Footsteps quiet, every word unsaid. The night hums low, thick with sound. I glide like a ghost, nowhere bound. I watch the lives that flash and fade. I make my moves in the quiet shade. The world is loud, but I am still a man with purpose, iron will. The silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I make my own, no eyes to follow, no voice to hear. I move through darkness, calm and clear. Guitar wails softly, bass holds me near. Drums tick gently, I feel them clear. Every choice deliberate, every step true. A life in shadow, yet full view. No one notices the power I hold, the quiet strength, calm and bold. I am the man who walks the night, a shadow moving out of sight. The silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I make my own, no eyes to follow, no voice to hear. I move through darkness, calm and clear. Silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I make my own, no eyes to follow, no voice to hear. I move through darkness, disappear. A quiet force, no one near. I walked this block 1,000 times, waiting for the click. Not of luck, not of signs, just when it feels right and thick. The night watched me hesitate, the night watched me learn. Now it sees I'm calibrated and no longer concerned. I don't rush the door, don't force the lock. I wait for the floor to stop shaking its talk. The night knows I'm ready. Felt the change in my step. My hands are steady, my mind is kept. No nerves, no doubt, no fire inside, just a quiet route I already tried. Every loss rehearsed this moment, every scar line. I don't need encouragement, I don't need a sign. I've learned how patience sharpens what panic destroys. I don't chase what happens, I choose. The night knows I'm ready, no witnesses required. My breath is heavy, but never tired. I don't announce my plan, I don't want fate, I just do what a man does when it's late. Readiness is silent, confidence doesn't speak. I've learned how to be violent without being weak. I don't shake, I don't stall, I don't second guess. I've already lost it all, now I move with less. Streetlight nods as I pass like an old friend would. The future isn't asking fast, it knows I understood. The night knows I'm ready, it's why it stays calm. My heart is steady, like a loaded palm. If dawn finds an empty street, it'll know why I'm gone. I move discreet before the sun. The night watched and agreed.
Walk the streets where the city exhales, neon reflections tracing my trails. The night is heavy, thick with thoughts. Every step deliberate, every lesson taught. Windows glow with stories I can't tell. Faces drift past like a passing bell.
I move unnoticed, a shadow in grace. A man who treads softly, leaving no trace. Silent horizon, I chase the night. No need for noise, I follow the light. Every move measured, every breath mine. I move in silence through space and time. Warm bass hums like a heartbeat low. Electric strings weep with a subtle glow. Drums whisper like rain on a stone. I take the night as my very own. Every corner holds secrets, quiet and deep. I walk alone, yet the city keeps its pulse, its rhythm, but I remain a moving enigma in the midnight rain. Silent horizon, I chase the night. No need for noise, I follow the light. Every move measured, every breath mine. I move in silence through space and time. The dawn arrives, the shadows fade. A man in the night, a path he made. Smoke drifts lazily, catching the candlelight. Warm guitar notes flow, bass hums beneath the night. It's calm yet charged with thought. Brush drums whisper a rhythm I follow. Segment 2. Contemplation, every decision I make weighed in silence. Life's battles carry without spectacle. I sit observing, absorbing the gentle chaos. The quiet man who measures each step deliberately. Observation,
The bartender wipes a glass, smiles faintly. Strangers laugh, smoke curls from a cigarette. I see everything remain unseen, a shadow in the dim light, presence felt but silent. Segment 4. Self-reflection, candlelight flickers across my lined hands. Each line a story, each breath a choice. I move through the night with calm intensity. Decisions like stones laid carefully, unannounced. When the hour fades, I rise, coat over arm. Step outside, leaving streets untouched by my presence. A gentleman carried by deliberate motion, silence trailing him like a shadow.
I sit alone where the shadows fall. Candlelight dances on a darkened wall. A glass in hand, thoughts run deep. Secrets I hold, promises I keep. The night is still, the bar hums low. I watch the world in its quiet flow. Every choice weighed, every word unsaid. I move with purpose, quietly led. Candlelight reflections, flickering slow. I am the man no one truly knows. Through silent struggles, through the night, I navigate life without a fight. Guitar hums warm, the bass holds steady. Drums brush soft, the rhythm ready. I breathe in calm, exhale restraint. A life deliberate, never faint. world is loud, but I remain observing quietly through joy and pain. No need for show, no need for fame. I sit in shadows untouched by claim. Candlelight reflections flickering slow. I am the man no one truly knows. Through silent struggles, through the night, I navigate life without a fight. Candle burns low, the night drifts on, a gentleman's journey quietly drawn. Footsteps soft against the cold pavement. Every night carries a quiet statement. I watch, I wait, I never speak. A silent figure in the city's mystique. Street lights flicker, casting smoky halos. Life rushes past like a fleeting shadow. I move with purpose, never in haste. Every choice considered, nothing to waste. Shadows whisper low, secrets in my stride. I move unseen, with nothing to hide. No eyes follow, no one to see the quiet rhythm that lives in me. Guitar hums warm, bass holds me steady. Drums like a pulse, calm and ready. I navigate life with hands in control. A man of silence, a measured soul. Every street a canvas, every corner a frame. I leave no mark, yet I play the game. The night is mine, the city my stage. A quiet dancer, unseen sage. Shadows whisper low, secrets in my stride. I move unseen, with nothing to hide. No eyes follow, no one to see the quiet rhythm that lives in me. I fade into the night's embrace. A gentleman's journey, quiet grace.
Jazz bar hums low, candlelight flickers, guitar stretches notes warm, bass flows steady, drums brush soft, marking time in the shadows. I sit, glass in hand, fully present, fully still. Segment 2. Reflection. Every choice considered, every struggle silent, life navigated without display or notice. I measure each thought, each breath, each glance, a gentleman moving in quiet intensity. Segment 3. Observation. Patrons laugh, conversations rise and fall. I notice subtleties, the hidden movements of the night. No one sees the depth within, yet every motion carries weight and intention. Segment 4. Self-awareness. Candlelight mirrors calm determination. Every flicker aligns with deliberate thought. I navigate the evening, fully composed, internal storms handled with quiet mastery. Segment 5. Departure. The night wanes, I rise, coat over arm. Step outside, where streets lie silent. A man moves in discreet intensity, leaving only traces of deliberate calm behind. Calm behind.
The night falls in, thick and calm. I sit in shadow, a subtle charm. Every decision weighed, every move precise. A life of discretion, soft as ice. Guitar sighs, bass hums beneath. Drums brush gently, slow as grief. I carry my burdens quietly unseen. A life, deliberate thought this is the path I take, the quiet choices I carefully make. I watch the city breathe and fade, every laugh and cry softly laid. I make my moves, but none can see the depth of the man I choose to be. Life storms I face with calm intent, no need for audience, no monument. I sit, I reflect, I rise, I go. A quiet man, the world may never know. A gentleman's way, silent and true. Through candlelight and midnight blue, no one notices the path I take, the quiet choices I carefully make. Drifts on, the bar grows still. I walk away, guided by will.
Neon crying in the rain, like it knows the weight I hold. Every promise sounds the same when you've learned to walk alone. I don't answer when they stare, eyes low, hands in my coat. Life taught me to prepare before the coldest note. I don't explain my reasons, they wouldn't understand. Some seasons stay unspoken, some truths stay in your hand. These streets don't need my words, they already know my face. I've been quiet, I've been hurt, I learned the value of my pace. I don't announce my leaving, I don't argue with the past. I move like I'm believing that silence always lasts. Men get loud when they feel small, I've been there, I chose the dark. I'd rather lean against the wall than leave another mark. I count my steps, I count my scars, I don't count who's to blame. I learned how to read the stars without ever saying my name. These streets don't need my words, they hum beneath my shoes. I've watched the brave and the absurd, I
I've watched the broken choose. I don't stay for conversation, I don't stay for the fight. I walk with quiet concentration through the spine of the night. Silence ain't weakness, it's discipline learned. Every scar I carry is a lesson earned. I don't fold under pressure, I just slowly align. Every move I measure, every step is mine. Streetlight flickers like a breath, I pass under, then I'm free. Another man outruns his death, I just let it walk with me. These streets don't need my words, they know the sound of calm. I don't sing like other birds, I stay low, stay warm. If you ask where I've been, I'll just nod and pass. Some men leave noise behind, I leave empty glass, no words, just footsteps fading. Footsteps fading, no words, just footsteps fading.
Smoke drips slowly, curling through the muted light. Guitar hums in harmony with my quiet mind. Bass flows beneath, anchor in the evening. Drums brush soft, a heartbeat only I feel. I think of choices made, unspoken victories, struggles handled without announcement or applause. The world rushes past, unaware of my pace. I move with discretion, purpose and calm. Candlelight reflects in my glass, a private stage. Every flicker a mirror of thought and intent. I breathe, I observe, I measure the night. A gentleman holding composure in every gesture. No one sees the rhythm of my internal world, yet every subtle motion resonates with purpose. The music and shadows guide my careful steps, each note and breath deliberate, intense, quiet. that know nothing of me. A presence felt but unseen, moving in silence. A man whose life is measured yet free. The bar hums softly, lights dim and golden. I cradle my glass, watching ripples like distant memories. Guitar bends low, bass hums steady beneath it. Drums brush like rain, tapping on a silent window. I think of the life I navigate quietly. Every victory understated, every struggle contained. The conversations float by, I nod politely, yet no one senses the deliberation behind my eyes. The stranger laughs, the sound light but fleeting. I trace the movement of shadows along the wall. I remember yesterday, the choices I made. All wait, all silent, all unseen. I tilt my glass, feeling the warmth linger. The candle flickers in reflection, a private stage. I am here yet not, a presence felt not seen. A gentleman holding the night in his hands. As the hour wanes, as I rise slowly, the chair slides without protest, leaving no mark outside. The world moves unaware. Inside I carry calm, intensity, discretion.
The streets are empty, the night is slow. Every lamp flickers with a golden glow. I move with purpose, no need for sound. A silent story in the city I found. Footsteps echo soft against the cold. I carry secrets, memories untold. Every glance I steal, every shadow I pass, I leave no trace, no footprints in the glass. I move quietly, unseen by the world, a lone man walking, my flag unfurled. No one notices, no one to tell. I walk in silence, I know this well. The bass hums low, drums barely awake, guitar sings softly like a heart about to break. I watch the lives that roar and fade, and take my time with every choice I've made. The night is mine, a canvas so wide, I paint in shadows, nowhere to hide. No applause, no faces, just the hum of the street. I am the rhythm, the heartbeat discreet. I move quietly, unseen by the world, a lone man walking, my flag unfurled. No one notices, no one to tell. I walk in silence, I know this well. Steps fade into dawn's first light, a man in the shadow disappearing from sight.